So before you're going to fast, I would love to share with you this ancient Taoist breathing that might help you to go through, for whatever reason, health reason, religious reason, you need to go into an extended period of fasting. And this could very much help, I hope, okay? The number one breathing is at the 3 meals time, your stomach will still secrete a lot of acid at the very few days, beginning of the few days, because still, getting ready to ingest food. So when that happens, you might feel a bit kind of a hunger pain. That's when they stuck together, or when the acid is too much. So this breathing is for expressing the acid out of your stomach. So what you do is you could put your hand simply on the table and hold it on the third eye area. Okay, just hold a fist there. Breathe 1/3, and then the second breathing, do a quick draw. Same time, really bring your stomach muscle in to pump it, and then release, come down. If you need a little help with your hand, you could. So inhale 1/3, second inhale. And you do about 3 to 5 of them. You break for a bit, breathe naturally, in case that kind of quick draw of breathing might make you a little bit lightheaded. Or you do a few, if it's very effective, you feel your stomach feels good, no kind of a burning sensation or too much acid kind of a feeling, so you can stop. And so that's number one you could do to, in anticipation, just before you're getting kind of a hunger pain, but you already know it's your regular meal time. So you do this kind of breathing first. Okay, number two things you do. I taught you how to chatter your teeth and suspend the tongue in the middle of the mouth to generate saliva. I'll teach you another very effective one to generate saliva, which is to curl the tongue backwards and sucking on it, kind of like a little kid sucking the thumb, okay? And that would generate a lot of good saliva for you to swallow. Because during the fasting, you want to do what we call eating the qi. It's another kind of a breathing, okay? Eating the qi. What you do is as if you're yawning, you open your mouth very big. That would make we call it gu dao, the grain passage, or it's basically our food passage, make them all open up, because you want them to be filled with air, filled with water, filled with qi, so they don't collapse, right? Stuck together, and that rubbing is sometimes where the hunger pain is coming from, okay? So you want to do shi qi. After expressing the acid, you will do eating the qi, okay? The way to do it is like, open your mouth big. Don't need to suck in so much. Just open big as if you're about to yawning, okay? Whole throat is open. Whole passage is open. And then you go swallow. And that's why in between, I like to do the sucking the tongue, because you haven't eaten for a while. You may not be drinking water constantly. So if you have water, you just drink some before you do that one. Or you simply chomping the teeth and then suck the tongue. When you get a lot of saliva, don't swallow yet. Yawn first. Not only swallow, you go. So all the qi get pressed down into the tummy. And when you do this for about the period of your meal time, 10, 15 minutes, to get that your belly is full type of sensation, okay? During the most hunger pain time, during the most hungry time, during the most craving for food time, you do those two breathing first, okay? Remember the first one, inhale 1/3, and then and then eating the qi. After that, you meditate. So that's number one thing you do on the 3 meals, the meal time. You do this instead, okay? And the second thing for fasting that's very, very important is that we think during the time we're not eating, we need to sit, lie down, or hide somewhere in order to conserve energy. But actually, this is the time, especially the first 2 days, it's when you detox like crazy. So you need to do light walking. We call it qi walking. So hopefully it's a good day. You can go outside 1 time in the morning, 1 time in the afternoon. You want to do slow and very much oxygenated kind of walk. Okay, inhale, and then we taught you that rolling, and then hands like a silk reeling. Do a little bit of that walk, and then walk normally, because that kind of 行气, we call it walking Qigong, helps you to further, faster getting into converting energy period of time, okay? Converting from collecting qi to survive on qi, and also converting from eating food to eating qi, okay? And also it helps you detox in a way that makes the headache, makes the, at the very beginning, at the first day, you'll feel a little bit soft. That's totally normal. Just do gentle walk during that time, okay? So that's number 2. You need to do that. Now, breathing wise, any other interesting breathing that we need? Yes. The one I taught you at the very beginning, we call it jade, a frog, jade frog, okay, or jade toad, 玉蟾宫, whatever you like to call it, okay. So that one is you inhale to inflate the belly. Inhale again, inflate the trunk. Inhale again, inflate the whole chest. Hold it. From can hold it only 1 or 2 or 3 to you can hold it about 9 or 10. And then breathe out very thoroughly. Why? Because this kind of breathing actually helps you going into the keto area or state faster. Because the ketone state really need the body fully oxygenated in order to turn from getting food, sugar for fuel, to burning sugar first, and then burning fat, and then burning protein or muscle, okay? So that's the order. When your body is not getting any food, it will go into the ketone state. But that gene, that famine gene, will only be turned on when you have no food at all for a certain period of time. Your body would say, we're going to go into famine. So let's turn into converting our stored energy for fuel, for functioning, okay? The faster you go into that state, the better you'll get energetic quickly, all right? Instead of having the hungry state elongated, instead of getting all the detoxing too long. So all of those, if you do it, typically by the second day, so I fast whole day today, tomorrow morning I'll feel that little bit soft and no energy, and then maybe a little bit headache due to the detoxing. But usually after 4-day fasting to the next day to lunch or dinner time, typically all the detox feelings will go away. You will go into running on your own stored fuel. But if you also do the walking and meditating, you literally get energy from exchanging with nature. All right. So if you could, twice out, 1 in the sun and with the fresh air, hopefully some trees, okay, 1 in the afternoon, okay, and you have to walk to the point you almost feel so light, like you're automatically rolling. Then we know you successfully converted from surviving on food as fuel to getting your own conversion from the storage and getting the even better source of light, which is big oxygen out there, tree chi out there, mountain chi out there, water chi out there, moon and sun's chi out there. Okay, all of those, all the things we've been teaching you, you can use all of those collecting. Okay, and then definitely do that the toad breathing. Okay, really expand the belly and then all the way to the neck. Whole thing expanded and then hold and relax. Okay, and just do it gradually. Don't do it until you blow a gasket. Okay, increase the holding time gradually. So those are 3 important things. Number 1, you express the acid out, and then you eat the qi as if you're eating a most delicious meal. Okay, eat with such happiness that you're one of those human beings who know the ancient secret, how to turn from relying on food to relying on yourself. I've seen people for 30, 40 days, just water, no food at all. And we know them. We did the cancer 28 day of fasting together. I saw those people after 28 days. They still are so good. They don't want to resume. They went for 40 days. Okay, so Ramadan, in a sense, it's that way too. So during the Ramadan, the most, I wouldn't say it's a dead list thing, but it is a very hard on the system practicing. If after a whole day you didn't eat and go dark, and then you eat a huge meal for fear of, you'll feel hunger again very soon. That will stop your body going into this energy conversion state. You would basically making your stomach, no food for extended period of hours, and boom, hit it so hard. And the next day again, no food, and boom, hit it so hard. So for that, in our ancient practice, actually is very, 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 very hard on your system. So if you could go light at the very beginning, okay, let's say first few days, you go into vegetable and fruits only. In the next few days, you do just juice. And in the next few days, you just do a few handful of nuts, just a little bit, but keep chewing it. And then you keep a few days, basically just have water. And then you gradually come back. When you come back, you do congee first, or we use millets. We just drink millets 3 days. And that's another wisdom we have. If you fasted for 3 days totally, meaning no food at all, you at least need 9 days on liquid food, soft food. Okay, if you fasted for 10 days, you need 30 days of very soft food. After you come out of it, not only a lot of the toxins were detoxed, not only you may lose a lot of weight, not only you may adjust a lot of metabolic diseases, for instance, high blood pressure, high sugar, and high glucose, high cholesterol, whatever that's high, it's a metabolism issue, right? So typically through fasting, those would get adjusted first. That's the number 1 health benefit. Number 2 would be you literally reset your body and your system in a way. A lot of those bad bacteria who love, sugar, who loves greasy food and fried food, those kind of bacteria would die off. So those kind of craving, meaning you're eating for those burgers, you don't need to do it anymore once you come out of it. Okay, and so to keep that ecosystem even, healthy for longer, and what you bring into the tummy is more important than before you ever did the fasting. Okay, so that's another wisdom. How to come out of the fasting is as important as when you go into it. Okay, otherwise you are risking damaging your own digestive system, actually. All right, so those are some of the wisdoms. We did 3 days last week with about a dozen people, and we have some people voluntarily stayed on it for 7 and 8 days, water only, no food at all. And they not only had We had a weight loss, high blood pressure reduced. We had people who had a very severe allergy, and then now it's pretty cleared out of it, you know, because allergy in our medicine is also due to the large intestine and small intestine very much plugged. So that affects the lung, affects the immune system, actually. So health benefits is actually multi, you know, facets, but also in terms of a spiritual connection, you're a lot more clearer, okay, more full of clarity. And also actually, when you don't have to spend a lot of energy converting food for fuel, you're very light. Your whole body is light. Your whole spirit is so alert. Actually, mentally, a lot of people feel much more acute than ever. All right. So fasting is not typically for losing weight, because in ancient times, very few people are overweight. Okay. They work in the field all day long. It's very seldom. So it's very much a spiritual practice to convert from digesting food using a lot of our energy in the digestive system, but rather we put all of them into the practice. So during the fasting, if you pray, if you practice meditation, if you pray for world peace, you will feel so much more connected and alert than ever. Okay, so the benefits, it's really mind, body, soul all together. Okay, so for those who are going into it, that's my gift from one culture to another, and you have my best wishes for very productive and a very spiritual and a very yielding, okay, very rewarding experience. Okay, all right, I'm going to